Judge, High Court of Kerala. C. Babu Graham Kalivel, Council Member of ICAI. C. Jomun K. George, Immediate Past SIRC Chairman, ICAI. Incoming Chairman of the Branch, C.A. Roy Varghese. Incoming Secretary, C.A. Jose K.V. Other Managing Committee members, past chairmen, senior members, other dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to stand before you on this occasion of installation of new office bearers for the year 2020-21. It's a wonderful evening. I'm really proud that on this auspicious occasion, really honored to have the presence of a great personality, Judge, High Court of Kerala, Honorable Mr. Justice Alexander Thomas as our chief guest. Despite of his busy schedule, in fact he has made it, he has the time. Thank you sir for making time and coming over. Thank you so much. Happy welcome to you sir.
I request C.A. Deepa Varghese to present a flower bouquet to Honorable Mr. Justice Alexander Thomas.
I once again welcome C.A. Babu Graham Kalivel, Central Council Member, C.A. Jomun K. George, Regional Council Member and past SIRC Chairman to this gathering. Welcome to you, sirs. I welcome our incoming Chairman, C.A. Roy Varghese, C.A. Jose K.V., the incoming Secretary, the incoming office bearers of the Ernakulam branch to this gathering, and welcome each and every one of you to this special function. Thank you, Jai Hind, Jai ICAI.
Chief guest of today's evening function, Honorable Mr. Justice Alexander Thomas, Judge of Kerala, High Court of Kerala. Justice Alexander Thomas is known to be a gentleman judge, a charismatic and charming personality, who was well known for his bold views and very upright judgments. I think many of us have seen several of his judgments, which is, I think, some of them are very path-breaking. And I think some of the landmark judgments affect, especially he is considered to be a judge of a common man. As all of us know, if a case is filed, you and me want a copy of the FIR. And when you get a copy of the FIR, nothing is readable. That's the kind of way FIRs have been written in the police stations. And when such matter came up before the bench of Justice Alexander Thomas, he has issued a direction to the state police that the FIRs has to be legible and typewritten. Government, and especially to the Advocate General's office, saying that because of his experience that many other government leaders are presenting the cases without adequate preparations. Therefore, so on and so forth is one of the rare member in the judiciary who has been elevated directly from the bar. And that's the kind of, and he's one of the outstanding students from the Delhi University. And since that time, I have been fortunate to know him personally. And on one phone call, he has agreed, despite he has got some very personal engagements today. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us in this evening at the national level. Normally, awards comes when there is something exceptional things happen, because for example, if you acquire a new building, construct a new building or premises, then there is an additional 25 points. That takes you straight to the top. Even without all that, in fact, probably one of the dreams yet to be fulfilled is that to have a new premises for the branch. I think Srinivasan did his best. In fact, we entered into the agreement for the purchase of the land.
The outgoing chairman of the branch, a very dear friend, Srinivasan, who is laying down his office after brilliantly steering the activities of the Ernakulam branch for the year 2019 and bringing the highest ever honor to the branch, the best All India branch. The star of the evening, another dear friend, Sri Roy Varghese, who is all geared to take charge as the chairman. And this is a change over season at the institute. The baton gets changed every year, and Roy sir will now carry the mantle of the activities of the branch forward in the right earnest and with attempt to surpass what Srini has done in the last year. Our Central Council member, Sri Babu Kallivalan, our very, very special guest of this evening, Honorable Mr. Justice Alexander Thomas. The moral arc of the universe is long. It invariably bends towards justice, Martin Luther King famously said. Who else can we think of when a new term takes oath of office this exceedingly fine evening? Extremely happy and proud to have you in our midst, sir. Other managing committee members, Jose, the incoming secretary. Jose is a very smart, happy man. Immediately after laying down his office as treasurer of the branch, he bought a Mercedes Benz. And that's why Deepa was very particular to take up as the treasurership of the branch. Okay, and Vijit was my former student also, was the vice chairman, and treasurer Deepa, Salim, and Alan, who is going to Sikasa.
At a moment of twilight, Sandhya is between the day and the night. We are at a point of time when we have two chairmen or chairpersons. So I'm a little bit confused how to address the members of the dais. You have given me the privilege to speak before the new chairman has been installed into office. So I have the rare privilege of addressing two chairpersons, two chairmen. C.S. Srinivasan, the outgoing chairman, Sri Roy Varghese, the incoming chairman, Mr. Babu Kallivalan, Central Council member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Sri Joman George, the past chairman of the SIRC, Sri C.A. Jose, Sri K.V. Jose, the secretary of your branch, all the professional chartered accountants and the families of the other here, the newly enrolled and successful students who are now becoming the budding chartered accountants, and above all, my dear sisters and brothers. Let me start with a address of good evening to each one of you. I'm really proud that I've been given this honor and privilege to address you. I asked Mr. Roy what I should speak about. The moral of the story that you're telling me that don't make a boring speech. People are waiting for their lunch, for their dinner. So, still, I thought I would make an amalgam address to both the professional chartered accountants as well as the families. We are at a point of time that we are facing great changes in this cusp of time. I think with the heavy onslaught of crony capitalism, one really can't make out the difference between capitalism as what was envisaged by great economists like John Keynes or the other economists who laid down the foundation for this ideology of capitalism. It's something like the counterfeit coins or the counterfeit currencies. You really can't make out the difference between the real one and the crony one. But let me tell you certain anecdotal stories about we normally hear about the great spiritual heritage of India, but we have never been told much about the economic heritage of India. One author has even went to the extent of claiming, he should be partly at this right, that till about 1750 AD, the mid portion of the 18th century, India used to account for about 40%, very sure that it's true, for the world's gross domestic product. But I still remember to have read somewhere from Amartya Sen's book, must be in one of his famous books, and for the layman, that at least till the early part of the 18th century, India and China together constituted about 42% of the world's population, and they together contributed to about 42 a year and a half, and is mostly dealing with sexual offense cases. We are really developing as an economy and society all over in India and even in Kerala. But at least for a person like me who belongs to the old generation, I have only about 4 more years to go in my present assignment. I consider myself as part of the old guard. I don't consider myself as part of the new generation at all. But very disturbing signs are there in our society. Most presumably due to the onslaught of information explosion and the social media, that you see great decline in the traditional moral and ethical values. And great number of cases that I was forced to handle was in relation to young people having amorous relationship with each other, getting and making complaints of sexual violence and allegations that it was all without consent, etc. It was more complicated because from 1860, when Ernakulam made the Indian Penal Code, up to 2013, when the Darbhai Amendment was made, the age of consent, I hope I can make the point to you, the age of consent was 16, it was enhanced to 18. What was the logic for that? Not many policymakers are able to explain. And from 1860 to 2013, the age of consent was 16, and from 2013, when you have all the information explosion, liberalization, westernization of our society after globalization, it is enhanced to 18. Quite a number of cases occur mainly on account of that also. But the ethics I would like to point out is this to the young people and to the family members. Relying on Victorian morals may not be really relevant in the times to come. We are facing global challenges and global changes, and but at the same time, we should have some kind of terra firma in our ethics. And without ethics and dharma, we really can't exist as a society. Maybe the message I would get by visiting Takala Palace was this: at least begin your life with dharma, and then get into artham. Make your artham. Stand on terra firma. Only then your dharma is your contribution from Buddha or from your Gita, whatever it is. The artham is from people like Chanakya or Kama could be the contribution of Varsayana. Then you should again go to Dhyana of Buddha and maybe ultimately to Moksha. But at least the immediate moral of the story is, without having a terra firma on dharma, on artha, if the new generation gets into the chapter of Varsayana on Kama, because of the globalized changes and blind aping of Western values, we might get into real problems. This has been our ethical perspective, that at least one should have strong terrain in our artham, in making of artham. And for that, for wealth generation, for income generation, you are the people who hold the lamp, and you are the people who make the indices to really determine whether there's economic growth or whether there's wealth generation for an individual businessman or a corporate agency. So unless we have artha, if we go in for blind aping and westernization of social morals and totally giving up on our old morals, we might really face a problem in the times to come. And maybe in this family crowd, this is also one anecdotal story, the story of the Takala Palace and the 4 floors, the first floor of Artham, the second floor of Kamam, the third floor of Dhyanam, and the fourth floor of Moksha may also be relevant for you this evening. And I'm sure that your office bearers will be able to guide you with all dynamism in the times to come. And I should really wish the new office bearers all success in the new financial year. And I hope you will be able to contribute something at least to the small economy of this great cosmopolitan city of Kochi to throw light on wealth generation and income generation, and to be the beacon lights in that regard. With that wish, let me conclude and let me thank all of you for your patient hearing.
Thank you, sir.
Oath of office to the new chairman. I do, you can say your name. Do swear in the name of God
Do swear in the name of God
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the profession of chartered accountants
and allegiance to the profession of chartered accountants
under the Chartered Accountants Act,
under the Chartered Accountants Act,
that I will uphold the integrity of the functions
that I will uphold the integrity of functions
as prescribed in the said Act and regulations
as prescribed in the said Act and regulations
for the benefit of the Chartered Accountants profession.
for the benefit of the Chartered Accountant profession.
And
And
I will faithfully and conscientiously
I will faithfully and conscientiously
discharge my duty as chairman of Ernakulam branch
discharge my duty as chairman of Ernakulam branch
for the year 2021
for the year 2021
without fear or favor,
without fear or favor,
affection or ill will.
affection or ill will.
Further,
I, C.A. Roy Varghese,
solemnly affirm
solemnly affirm
that I will not directly or indirectly
that I will not directly or indirectly
communicate or reveal to any person
communicate or reveal to any person
or persons
or persons
any matter which shall be brought under my consideration
any matter which shall be brought under my consideration
or shall become
known
to me as a chairman,
to me as a chairman,
except as may be permitted by the decision of the council,
except as may be permitted by the decision of the council
as a member of the managing committee.
as a member of the managing committee.
I
Do swear in the name of God
do swear in the name of God
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the profession of chartered accountants
to the profession of chartered accountants
under the Chartered Accountants Act,
under the Chartered Accountants Act,
that I will uphold the integrity of functions
that I will uphold the integrity of functions
as prescribed in the said Act and regulations
as prescribed in the said Act and regulations
for the benefit of the chartered accountancy profession,
for the benefit of the chartered accountancy profession,
and I will faithfully and conscientiously
and I will faithfully and conscientiously
discharge my duty as
discharge my duty as
Managing Committee member of
Managing Committee member of
Ernakulam branch for the year 2021
Ernakulam branch for the year 2021
without fear or favor,
without fear or favor,
affection or ill will.
affection or ill will.
Further, I
Further, I, C.A. Deepa Varghese,
solemnly affirm that
solemnly affirm that
I will not
I will not
directly or indirectly
directly or indirectly
communicate or reveal to any person
communicate or reveal to any person
or persons
or persons
any matter which shall be brought under my consideration
any matter which shall be brought under my consideration
or shall become known to me as Managing Committee member,
or shall become known to me as a treasurer,
except as may be permitted
except as may be permitted
by the decision of the council
by the decision of the council
as a member of the Managing Committee.
as a member of the managing committee.
All the very best to all of you.
Schooling at Infant Jesus High School, Ernakulam, and BCom later from Nirmala College, Vadura. He qualified in the year 1987 and started practice in 1988. He is now the partner of Messrs. Tajuddin and Associates Chartered Accountants, having offices at Trivandrum, Ernakulam, Chennai, and Bangalore. Like how Babu sir rightly said, he attributes majority of his social service or social life to the great Lions Club, where he was not just the district governor in the year 2009-10, but also was elected unanimously as a multiple council chairperson for the year 2010-11. He is, apart from any of the accolades and awards that he has won, he has been the best president, best zone chairperson, best region chairperson, and best district chairperson of the districts, as well as multiple international president certificate for appreciation 11 times. International president's leadership, yes. absolutely. Like to refer for a big round of applause for the kind of appreciation for the awards that he has won. I really don't want to get into details. It's got n number of recognitions. He is the one and only, or rather the first person to have conducted a project, a heart care project, with the hands of Gana Gandharvan Shri K.J. Yeshudas, wherein 156 poor patients were given heart care treatment under the project by name Hridaya Thaval, which was awarded one of the best out of 10 best projects in Kerala for the year 2010 by Manorama, Malayalam Manorama. I really don't want to go into any more, but as rightly like how Babu sir said, for the kind of gesture that he carries, for the kind of modesty that he is, for the stature that he carries, out of the way. One of those topics that I heard overspoken by another chartered accountant, where he asks to another chartered accountant, "Are you Roy Varghese?" And that's when this person says, "Ella seminarium ettom boyle chirichonde relaxed attitude function." Now, in spite of the simplicity he carries, the relaxed mind that he does, you will never definitely really find him in one place. You are in any seminar, you'll be walking around ensuring that each and every peck of the event is taken care of with utmost perfection. Nonetheless, you can find him seated or rather standing with the welcoming hands at the back of the seminar with a big smile. That's in short for you. C.A. Roy Varghese. He is married to Lioness Rani, who was an MSc in botany, and she was also Lioness Regional Extension Director, Lioness Board Director, and Lioness Board Trustee. She was conferred with the Lioness of the Year Award in 2006-07. Their children are Rijo and Rinto. Rijo is a CA final student, and Rindo is an engineering PhD student. With these few words, big round of applause as I welcome before you CA Roy.
Honorable Mr. Justice Alexander Thompson, the leader who is representing us at the Central Council, CA Abraham Kalivedi, and the leader who represents us at the Regional Council, the immediate past, Southern India Regional Council Chairman, CA John K. George, my Guru, George Portagan sir, Southern Council member, and past Central Council member Joseph sir, past Regional Council member and Vice Chairperson James Jones, past Chairman, senior members, newly qualified members, my dear brothers and sisters in profession. It's a great honor and privilege for me to assume the responsibility as the chairman of Ernakulam branch of ICAI, the largest and most active branch of ICAI in Kerala. I wish to thank all those who have supported and guided me to reach this position, particularly the branch managing committee members for bestowing this honor on me, for reposing their trust in me also. This post has been held by many distinguished and senior members of the profession who have laid a strong foundation and modeled the activities of the branch through the years. It is a great responsibility to lead the branch, and it now rests on my shoulders, and I accept it with great humility and assure you that I will do my best to continue to lead the branch and profession to greater heights of glory and success. I would also like to thank my predecessor, C.A. Srinivasan PR, for his continuous guidance during my tenure as Vice Chairman and for taking me in conference and explaining me the final details which have largely contributed in making my role as a Chairman more effective. And these things, sir, I cannot afford to forget the contributions and guidance of various people in my life and journey as a professional. I owe my achievements and accomplishments to my parents, whose guidance made me what I am today. I must also express my gratitude towards my family members, wife Rani, and children Richo and Rindo, my partners, my teachers, and other colleagues. I cannot repay the debt of late CA MC Abraham Sir, and CA Jose Protokaran, whom I hold in high esteem as my gurus. I strongly believe that all of them have made a very positive and significant influence in shaping my personality so far, and that I would never ever forget this. I would also like to thank and acknowledge Central Council member C. Babu Abraham Kadiveli, immediate past SIC Chairman C. John K. George, and all the past Central Council members for the support and guidance. It is an earnest desire of the present managing committee to organize various activities for members, students and public, thereby making 2021 as one of the most eventful years of the branch. It is my privilege to bring to your attention some of the highlights of the action plan of the committee for the year 2021. On infrastructure, acquiring land for expansion of branch facilities is a need of the hour for us. The first and foremost priority of the committee this year is to acquire a land for the branch and develop adequate infrastructure. Member service. Apart from the various seminars and conferences, seminars and workshops and certificate courses on blockchain, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things and data analytics will be brought in for members and students. We have already started a study group on direct tax, indirect tax, accounting, auditing and ethics standards for the members. The first meeting will be on Monday for the direct tax group. We have also planned seminars for young members mentoring. As an initiative to develop fraternity feelings among members, it is desired to provide members with a CA level pin during the year, also to conduct cultural and sports activities for members. On student service, we are bound to strengthen SIRC by providing them all the facilities and exposure that would hone their skills and mold them into excellent professionals. Academic affairs also. Apart from bringing more classroom facilities and quality education, academic affairs of the branch will be strengthened by reaching out to the society and to the students at the school and college level and educate them about the profession and activities of the branch. Our target for this year is to reach out to the entire schools and colleges in Ernakulam and Idiki districts and educate them. Building better brand image. A lot of initiatives are planned for building brand images. One of them is making our business felt more in the social media. We are already launched a YouTube channel, ICAI Ernakulam branch, which will carry various programs of the branch for members, students and public online. It is requested all of you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. More public-oriented programs will be arranged along with the support of NGOs and other institutions. And a phone-in program for the public to clear the doubts and queries on tax matters also planned. CSR programs. The difference is this project is dear to me and to many of you. Many chartered accounts are known to devote considerable resources in terms of time, money and energy for social and charitable causes through other organizations. At times, I ask myself the question, why not we do it through as SIRC committee? Therefore, we, the managing committee, is proposed to initiate this year a CA association or foundation as a separate entity, subject to the rules and regulations of our organization, wherein chartered accounts can come together to undertake social and charitable projects, thereby not only giving the same satisfaction of offering the sources for such causes, but also giving due recognition to the chartered accountants fraternity for undertaking such work in the society. This is apart from the CSR and other programs extended by the branch with the help of our members. But these are the highlights, some of the highlights, apart from the other projects and programs we are conducting. Friends, seniors and colleagues, together we can achieve more what we want to achieve. On behalf of the branch and the committee, I seek your wholehearted support and cooperation in our efforts to make this year an even full year of the branch and make it the best branch. Thanking you all for the patient listening. Wishing you all have a wonderful evening. May God Almighty bless you all with His choicest blessings. Thank you. Thank you very much.
He was a lovely, and at the very same time, he is very keen in his studies, and also he was very attached to our firm. He was very responsible in his studies also. In our firm, among the articles, he was very intelligent and hardworking. And I am proud, one of my articles is the chairman of esteemed Ernakulam branch. I am also old member of this Ernakulam branch because before starting our Kittur branch, I was attached to the Ernakulam branch. I wish all success as a chairman of the Ernakulam branch. And as and when he told me that he was elected as the chairman of the Ernakulam branch, I requested him to have a land for not Ernakulam branch, it is a Kerala branch. It is Ernakulam is the central place.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm good evening to all of you. Today, the Ernakulam branch of SIRC of ICAI is taking yet another memorable leaf in the annals of its history with the installation ceremony of 46th Chairman Roy Varghese and his office bearers for the year 2020-2021. At the outset, let me offer my heartiest congratulations to the newly ordained chairman and the team. On this solemn occasion, it's my proud privilege to place on record our most sincere gratitude to the respected assemblage for their presence today. Let me express my most humble thankfulness to the esteemed chief guest for this evening, Honorable Justice Sri Alexander Thomas, for his dignified presence today, which has indeed added to the grandeur of this occasion. Council member Sri Babu Abraham Kalivayil, and also to our regional council member Sri Jomunki George, for your valuable presence today, and also for all the guidance and support given to us. I thank our outgoing chairman, Sri P.S. Srinivasan, for all his support, and also congratulate him for securing the Best Branch Award in All India level last year. Thank you all the landholders, newly qualified CAs, their family members and their friends for accepting our invitation and being present here. I wish all the very best to all the new members of the CA family. Thank you, past Central Council member MC Joseph sir, Joseph Ottagaran sir, and past Vice Chairman of SIRC BX Jose, and all the senior members, friends, family members, children, for making this installation ceremony and family get-together a colorful one. I also take this opportunity to thank our dear branch staff for all your assistance and help, for that has contributed greatly to the successful culmination of this program. Thank you MC, CA Anju Chaku and CA Alan Joseph for being such a delightful masters of ceremony for this evening. Thank you all once again. Jai Hind, Jai ICAI.